is doing a pole dance.
It's a Tommy pole dance.
It's a Tommy pole dance. Oh, I can't unsee that. I cannot unsee that.
Just turn around.
But we're gonna do some just some.
Jill's gonna get all serious.
You didn't see that, Jill? I'll deny it.
It's sadly it's captured on YouTube for posterity. So let's go. Each take a few cuts on a mat. Like just, we all want to try every one of these swords, I think. Well, let's see. You want to take a shot with a modern? Bring it close. Yeah, bring it closer this way too. No, bring the
Squire.
Yeah.
Don't use like make maybe just two cuts and yeah.
So this is the Dragon King.
Oh,
modern.
we're not filming.
Oh.
We're not filming.
Well, I'm telling you, it's the Dragon King Modern Katana, 1566 spring steel. Hiro Zakuri. Let's go.
Yeah. So don't do a full. Just do like one or two cuts, and then let Mark do a cut or so, and then I'll do a cut. I just want to see what it feels like. It's Hiro. Whoa! How did that feel? Did it just fly through it?
Butter, right?
Did it fly through it?
Yeah, I didn't even.
Wow. Okay.
Let me do another shorty.
A shorty. You're used to shorties.
Shouty. Go Shouty.
Woo! Look at that. How that hung there. Save that piece. We might be able to cut that piece later.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean this thing is it's not really that. We didn't sharpen it. This is like right off.
Right out of the box, right?
One try, Mark?
I can't remember. It's 1566, so it's probably not clay tempered.
50. Yeah, it's probably not clay tempered.
Yeah,
but-
that. I don't know. That looks like a clay temper line.
Really?
It doesn't look
me see it?
abrasive.
It might be a laser etch too. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, you know they don't.
Hey.
And look where
GI from Iraq.
too.
Thank you for your service.
Cut a little bit past the sweet spot too. Like come down here.
Just a sweet spot right here.
The sweet spot down here.
Put it away, Popeye. Holy crap.
I don't want to know how he gets those forearms. You're doing your
some for
flick
John.
cuts.
Oh, damn.
Must be. Dang, that's sharp though.
That is sharp as crap. You go ahead and toss it. Yeah.
You want to get a couple, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, get in there, John.
Oh, we're doing this.
Get angry on it. So everybody, if you're joining us, we're cutting with the Dragon King Modern Katana.
Modern Katana
on a Saturday, having fun.
This is a Hiro Zakuri, so it does not have a shinogi line, so. Yeah, that's pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, if you hit it correctly.
Yeah, it's hard on. Yeah.
Yeah.
See how he sunk his. Oh, that was a really good cut,
Yeah.
actually. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired and lazy.
Mark, you want to get it?
Yeah.
You can
Redeem yourself on the scrap.
Get all scrappy.
Did you get a good cut or? Oh yeah.
He cut it in half.
He cut it in half. Yeah.
He sent it flying. That's what happens when they're not secure.
No, this is it.
Dude. Check how close he cut that.
He made himself a belt.
It's like holding up the lingerie after a striptease.
Ah, fucking gross. It stinks.
Yeah. Mark likes the smell of this. I'm sorry, man.
You got any cleaning stuff for the?
I want to cut. You cut that?
You can take it. I just wanted to wipe it down. Where's the cleaning stuff?
Fire in the hole. These scraps are really fun to cut because they're not secured, so you really have to cut them well. Whoa! I don't know what you did there.
Kind of clipped
He
in.
mounted it. Yeah, he gave it a mountain.
Give him out. That's Jersey style.
It's also kind of. I think another thing is this mat is a little loose. It wasn't very tightly wrapped, or what you call it? Yeah, wrapped.
Do you want to whack that guy?
Give it a whack.
Give it a whack.
That's what you do with the modern katana. You would whack stuff with it.
You want to whack with a modern.
Gonna whack Big Nose Tommy with it.
So once again, this is the Dragon King Modern Katana made of 1566 spring steel.
Are you on YouTube
This is on YouTube.
and Facebook?
I'm not live streaming on anything. Just on YouTube right now.
Just YouTube.
Just YouTube. Okay. Well, we'll save that crap. We'll save that scrap for another one. That crap.
That crap.
That scrap. And we'll put up another mat. We don't have a whole lot today.
So I got my hands full. Someone.
I got it.
Thank you.
Man, these are all leaking. I guess I should have set them up vertically, shouldn't I?
All right.
Always gotta. Let's take a few practice swings with the batosai.
Yeah, the Veroni Kenshin Hitokiri Batosai.
Oh, you
I want to wipe this down with alcohol before it gets all.
Gunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the main things when you are cutting
buddy.
tatami mats, especially with
We got Blair. We got Jill.
especially with tap water. Some tap water, the pH is not good for the blades.
Yeah, you know, I've had some stuff that's actually put like speckled dots.
Yeah. So the
Hardwooder,
that happened to your S5 swords, I remember, right?
like Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hardwooder.
So the next thing, you want to go ahead and take out the batosai. We have no idea how this will cut. We have never. I've never cut with something quite
They are
like this
very,
before.
very sharp. I've done some paper tests.
It's Count Dooku.
Dooku. But it has this really massive bend in the
The extreme of koshisoi.
I don't think I've ever cut with a handle this curved. So this is a first for me.
This will be a first for me. So
For all of us.
we'll each take a couple cuts and
Kinda
see
like
how
the
it feels.
Samurai. I kind of like the samurai. You see the samurai? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is the batosai sword from
From the
Rurouni Kenshin.
The live
Hey,
action.
Jacob.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thing is wild.
yeah. So we have never cut with this or this kind of profile. So this might be interesting. One second, I'm gonna change this angle a little. That's sharp. Whoa. Okay, Mark.
Dude.
Is that a razor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that give you leverage, or is just it was a sharp sword?
It's very sharp, and I think the leverage actually comes more from here.
This nice.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, that's going to be ear to ear grin.
All right. These are clay tempered swords. The clay tempered swords, you always risk bends when you're cutting a thick target.
Yep.
Oh!
Just like, I guess I'll
Come there. It didn't want to
Tell me
die.
you didn't expect it. You expected, yeah, I expected some resistance. 'Cause
No,
it's a
well,
fucking
I even
cat.
scooped that. I felt it turn a little bit, but it still was like,
That was good. That was a good.
All right. It wasn't. Yeah. All right. Woo!
Hold on. Did I cut that in half?
yeah. Did it not? Yeah. Did
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That was a good cut.
All right. Let me give this up.
So we're cutting with the Rurouni Kenshin
Hitokiri
Hitokiri
Batosai.
Batosai.
This is before he was Rurouni Kenshin. He was just an asshole. So interesting because the swordie over up on the blade really isn't that.
It's almost
steep.
straight,
It's
yeah.
almost. It's not straight.
Yeah,
It does have a slight
almost
curve.
straight.
Yeah, that Koshi's already is a lot because it's almost like a straight.
All the swordie is over here
Yeah.
in the what do you call it?
So what's going on is when you strike it, it pushes back and it turns it into a pure slice.
This really feels
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't get what
bizarre.
I'm going to think about. I'm thinking about getting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give it another one.
Wow.
Yeah.
This takes like no effort.
It's like-
It's just like there's like this little leverage at the end.
It encourages the style that you cut in because you do the pure.
I really wish I,
draw.
I was recording this because like our discussion over it.
If it's live on YouTube, you can download the file.
Can you?
Yeah.
Sweet.
After it uploads, yeah.
All the live we do show up on YouTube, dude.
Yeah, you can just download the video.
I don't know if we can download the video. I just want to share it
Yeah, you can download it.
and clip it up a little bit.
Yeah,
This really
Yeah,
is.
the way you cut, you do the pure like draw cut from the hip, and that handle it encourages it.
Do you want to take another shot at it? You want to take the sharp? See if there's a better. This is a little narrow.
My reaction when I cut with that, I was not playing it up. I was just like, oh my god.
I know. That was just
I
like.
kind of wasn't prepared.
I
Yeah.
wasn't either.
That blade just goes through there so smoothly. This is the Hitokiri Batosai, by the way, people. Woo!
Yeah.
Look how little he took off. What an accurate cut that was. He basically cut from 1 inch in. He's like holding it up like a stripper at a. No, don't dance for us. Please don't dance for us.
Throw back up.
There's still more. You can cut some more out of that
Yeah,
one.
the mat's loosened it up, so it's loosened up a bit. So it's
Change-
gonna be a little bit harder.
Change. Actually, flip it over. Flip it over. I think the. No. I mean, yeah. The scrap. Yeah, for those of you who have never cut before, you have to soak these things because if they're dry, it's really hard to cut.
Basically impossible.
Yeah, people say, "Oh, it's a." He shaved like an inch off the top of that guy.
Skill.
And now it's like really loose. And when it's loose, it's kind of, it's more likely to fly.
Nice.
He's like kicking off like an inch at a time. This is how,
Don't say it. Don't go there.
I was gonna say something about cutting hair. Cutting your hair.
Something about a bris.
Nice!
Yeah. You go, Marcus. Awesome.
You go ahead and show that. Let's show this little scrap here. This is the last little scrap that he just cut there. So that's a really small piece.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I have incredibly accurate.
I have this much space to try to cut through.
I'll cut it then. Give me.
Oh.
Oh! Of course, he went the other direction, so he could go through a wider surface.
Yeah.
But that was freaking amazing. I'm definitely gonna download this and put this in slow motion so we can see exactly what happened.
Oh, man, did you
But
actually get
notice
it?
how thin where he was cutting from. I mean, that's wow.
Oh, this just puts a smile on your face when you
Check
tell
that out, Mark. It's like.
Turn towards the camera. Oops. I keep on not pointing towards Discord. Sorry, Discord people. All right.
You got one more? Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
Dang. All right. That's enough. You're going to circumcise the peg if you go any lower.
Hold on, you peg destroyer.
I'm going to try some of this thing before it sinks into the, what you call it.
That's where this sword shines. Because with the one hand, it self-corrects so much.
I'm so glad we got to cut with that. I am more impressed
I've
with that.
been wanting to cut with this for so long.
I thought it would be like hokey,
Yeah.
anime-ish.
Nah.
So can you bring it and hold this up again?
I'm really.
This is once again the Hitokiri Batosai sword from Rurouni Kenshin. Look at the curvature in the ska.
That was fun.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hold it up to
Yeah.
hold it up to Discord as well. I keep on forgetting Discord is there. Sorry, Discord people.
This is pure joy to cut with. This is so much fun. Yeah.
It's like that thing is like hand a person, like tell them they're beautiful and show their emotion. So have them cut with the sword and show their emotion.
This sword sparks joy.
Does this sword spark joy?
It does.
Okay, now we're going to be cutting with the
This
SKS3.
one I'm excited. So this is the SKS3. This is the one that we're going to do a special deal on for $425. We're going to lock in the furniture. We wish we could offer the customizations. I know several of you guys have messaged me or said in our Discord, are there any customizations? We're going to find some furniture. It's a little more basic, not flowers. And you'll get your choice of blue, brown, or black leather with white Samegawa. Well, they won't allow us to do black Samegawa on some of them, will they? Do they give us that level of customization?
Well, I think the key is if we have one of each, they'll take their time getting to it. If we say we want 10 swords, 5 swords, exactly the same, they'll pump it out.
So the color of the wrap is something they can do rather quickly, but anything else is too much. Yeah.
Well, even individually, the color of the wrap, I would say it's better to say everyone put in this exact same
Bulk
thing,
order, bulk
the
order.
exact same thing, because then they're going to get to it. If you,
Then I think I'm going to just do black leather on all of them then.
yeah,
I really thought we could do other colors.
no. So here's the thing: we can, but then you'll be waiting. We'll be waiting.
Yeah, I don't want people waiting 3 to 4, 6 months. Yeah, I don't want to turn into a
Just
Huawei.
What you may want now, you may not want 6 months from now.
Yeah.
These are literally jizzing their pants over tatami mat. Yes, we are.
Whatever.
It's more over the sword than it is the
I
mat.
don't really care about the mat.
Yeah, we enjoy cutting mats is fun.
But good eye on the spot in the pants jizzing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was your line of focus, dude?
Yeah. What are you looking at, buddy?
What are you looking at? Okay, eyes up here. Up, we have guests. Oh, I didn't even record that. Oh well, it'll be on YouTube.
Today.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
so you saw it online somewhere?
We're good. Keep on going.
It's on TikTok, YouTube.
I delayed.
Yeah, you had a delay there, but
I think you just drove by.
Oh, that's cool.
there's enough that you can do some fun with that. Can I take a swing at that with your sword? I love unsecure.
Just the way they ask you to do it. So
This is the same steel Motahari uses, the
yeah,
SKS.
SKS3. This way you can look at the steel, you're not going to kill yourself, you're not going to get.
Really good cut.
And there's 2 pieces that we can cut again.
Any questions? Okay, cool.
No, I'm gonna leave you a smaller target. Oh, I forgot to hold hand the sword over safely. That was dangerous, by the way, people.
Yeah, what's up, Allie?
Do not pass the sword over that
How
way.
you doing?
Whoa, that just hung there.
Most of the weight of that is going to be in the handle. And the
That's at a weird angle. That was a nice cut.
sword cane.
Yes.
You just open it.
Did you circumcise it?
Yes. This is
Oh, he just barely missed the peg. Wow, barely missed the peg.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Was that a fun sword you cut with? Well, get one more cut.
I
How you been?
Yeah. I'll go with these.
You're right. It's cold,
You
man.
at least still have a club if you don't want to open it up.
This one is very unsecured.
Yeah.
Could I reach out to you guys about the Kusabi Maru guy you guys have on your website? I'm currently wondering if it's a functional sword. Yes, the Kusabi Maru is a functional sword. Yeah, we probably need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So I was walking on first crutches and canes, so it's like, it'd be awesome to have a sword cane.
Do you have to have an excuse to have a sword cane? Yeah.
I mean,
So this is the SKS3, once again from Cloudhammer. SKS3 is same as SGT. SGT is the Japanese version of SKS3, but they are both a tool steel. A little tougher than T10, a little tougher than 1095.
it's when you're concealed carry.
Yeah. That's pretty, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, listen.
I see that.
We've had-
Which
we haven't
camera
had
is
any
it?
complaints, and we haven't had cops show up about these yet. So,
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
I sold one to a cop.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How much is this guy?
I think that's
325.
325.
225.
Yeah.
What else want to cut with you?
Those are the three. Those are the three we're gonna. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we'll give this one a try.
I'll swap with Mark and help those guys.
I'd love to buy a sword from you guys, but sadly I'm stuck on an island. Are there any websites I could go to? Go to rvakatana.com. That's where we sell from, or cloudhammerforge.com for our higher end stuff. We're gonna. That was just a Cloudhammer right there. We're gonna use another Cloudhammer now.
Yeah, so they take two different. Yeah, they take two different kinds of metal and they forge them together.
This one we are missing. We are missing the side. Well, no, not missing the side. The side had a piece of the wrapping plastic stuck in, and we're trying to get it pried out. But this is a long blade, 80 centimeters long handle. So this is a giant of a sword.
It's not as dark as that sword in that one. That's because it's one kind of steel. It's just golden, so you're seeing lamination.
We're gonna clean up a little bit here before we get back to cutting.
Yeah. Look at this shit. You have any more?
We have sword canes in the box, right?
See what? We do have some of those sword canes in box. Yes,
So yeah,
we have brand new ones.
yeah. If you want to bring one out of the box, we can get you.
Same color.
Hey, it's John Smika in the house.
Yeah, that's on the.
Yo, what up, John?
Yeah, those are all the heavy stuff.
So yeah, this is a longer sword. If we can, it's kind of wet here, so we're gonna dry it off for safety reasons. But if you want to compare this to a regular,
Hey, you're welcome to have it.
do it.
Right.
You can see that the swords are very.
Have you seen this one?
Draw this one.
No, I haven't actually.
That's a
We're gonna compare
I
sizes.
believe that would be called oxtail saber.
So you can see, yeah, this one is
Get closer.
You can see this the width. The width. This one is wider.
It's got beef.
It's longer.
Yeah,
It's unukubi, but because of this long handle, it's really nicely balanced.
Yeah.
Very nicely balanced.
Can you guys see how, look at this little dinky handle compared to that freaking clothes rod. It's awesome.
What are we talking about?
Chop.
No.
I'm talking about your forehead.
Oh, I had to go up for that one. All right, I'm gonna take a cut of this, and then we're gonna give it over to Scott. And then I know that Mark wants to cut with this guy. This is a giant. Holy crap! This is a freaking giant. I don't even know how to.
Oh man,
I don't ever cut with this long.
with that.
Huh?
You better save me a cut with that.
I'm gonna save you a cut with this. I
Just
never.
take your left hand up a little higher.
Just take my left hand a little
Uh-huh.
higher.
Yeah.
I'm not used to cutting this way. I'm used to being down here.
We have to do
So,
tasks
okay, we will
and
see.
stuff.
Oh, this is made of S5 shock steel. Like it required nothing.
The look on your face is like you just found a $100 bill in your shorts.
In my pants. Yeah, I can't say it was a smooth cut. It kind of had this little curl going through it. But still, we'll do another cut here.
Here, I'll swap with Mark. Hey, Mark, you just got a cut. Tag here it is.
A tag him in. All right. Thanks. Scott's gonna get you.
Nice. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Happy New Year and shit.
Yeah, so this is an unukubi style tip.
How awesome is that?
This is basically just a nagamaki.
This is a giant sword here.
In ancient China,
Yeah.
this would be used on the battlefield when a horse would come out. You buckle down on that and cut through the horse.
So this is a giant sword
The tip on it's called.
made of S5 shot steel.
This type of tip, unlike a normal knife tip, when you slice somebody,
Let me actually put some oomph.
Is this our oh, this is not our last mat.
So when a horse walks by, you don't have all day to fight a horse. So if it's shallow, it's going to be.
You can hear the whoosh though.
Right,
Yeah.
basically.
You can totally hear the whoosh.
It's such a beautiful blade, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Gonna wrap with the race.
I think I'm flubbing my cuts a little bit.
Stingray?
I think you are too. Mark is probably the best cutter of us all in terms of just how well he does these things. But
Well,
How much is it?
it's. I think what's going on is my Hasaji's kind of off.
it's also if you're not used to this size, this is a very big blade with a very long handle.
What's that?
Save me a piece.
All right, the rest is yours. You got a good cut of it. You got one cut.
I got one cut out of it.
Oh, cut again. Alright. He's like, I'm gonna tell him twice.
Well, it went through.
It went through. This is the one that he abused earlier. And where was the other piece?
It's over here. It's gotten so loose now.
Yeah.
Wipe this down.
I think Scott wants to cut with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you guys want to take a look? Sometimes you see with your fingers are slamming together. Make sure you have the handle secure.
Sure. What
They got more stuff in the room there. Cool.
This is a little. This is way too loose. Can't do anything with it.
Oh, just leave it there loose.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is fun. Always. You know what? Honestly, I don't. Before, let's get a new mat. Let's.
Well, I can't cut that.
Huh? Oh, if you want to. It's a little harder to cut with. That's both. We found out it's kind of just a leverage and everything. It feels a little.
What if I cut with it easily? What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say that we suck. I'm moving over here behind the cameras again. All right. It just.
I got one good cut and then two flubs out of it, and then one bad cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's hard to cut with.
it is hard to cut with. This is an
It's not
S5.
really sharp though.
It's S5 shock steel.
It's pretty freaking dull.
Really.
You feel how dull it is.
Yeah, I think that's the
This
issue.
is more of an abuse sword as opposed to a fine cutter.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
hasn't been sharpened. It's not very sharp.
I can feel it bite a little bit, but yeah, it could use some honing. I don't know.
That one's smashing some silvers. Alright. I did not do very well with that one either.
You got most of the way through.
Yeah, it's loose, very loose. So, plus I'm out of practice. I haven't cut in a while. Alright, we have one last mat to cut. That was probably a very dumb cut to do.
Oh yeah, Dolgiri on
A donkey on
a loose mat.
a loose mat, but
A double loose mat is not spiked and it's loosely woven or wrapped.
yeah. But I was thinking more about where everything. I just sent it flying into a really nice kapana.
Yeah.
I wouldn't scratch me in the side. I'm really
No, you didn't scratch it.
Yeah. Once again, this is the Dragon King modern katana. It has G7. What is it? G7 or what is this? A G7 Saya, Ska. So it's kind of like a polymer, and it is a hirasakuri, so it's flat, and so I figured it would cut through that one pretty easily, but I was wrong. I was wrong.
Nothing bad can happen.
Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, I'm done. That was so bad.
All right, so we have one more mat that we're going to cut. We have a guest in now, so we'll take a walk around really quickly and show you all what's going on here. The highlight of the day is that we got to cut with the Hitakiri Batosai, which was like a really fun sort of cut with modern katana as well. So Discord people, we will be back.
So we got one more mat?
We have one more mat. We have one more mat. Okay, one more mat.
I'm at the age where you make noises when you bend over.
Yeah, I am too. Mara, we are trying to talk with us guys on Discord. I can't hear anything. I think we're just having too much.
I have Discord turned. I can't hear it. I got the volume turned off.
Yeah, it's a true two-hander. That is the old crowd control.
That thing is squirting.
What do you want to cut with?
What do you want to cut with? I think our natural reactions to the modern and the Batosai were so.
Let's have some fun with that bottle.
That Batosai was fun to cut with. Let's put it. We're gonna cut with it again. We do have Wakizashi.
Yeah, this thing's cool.
Hello, Alchemist.
We're gonna try. I got this on Amazon for like $230, but we're gonna see if we
How's it going?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Sweetie sweet. Let us know if we can help you. Is this your first time coming in, or have you been in before?
Cool beans.
Ooh, this is the Hitakiri Batosai sword from Runa Kenshin. It has this.
Twice, and you guys can get a couple cuts in.
There's a really deep curvature. Wow. Okay, people, you got to see just how thin of a cut that was. That's just insane.
You know what? If you put your dumbass pride in your back pocket and just say, just cut, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't remember having so much fun with something.
I know,
that's like
you cut
$200.
It goes through the mat, and you're like, oh my god, it just puts a smile on your face.
Okay. I think it was the hat that did it for me.
If it wasn't for the hat, I'm not fun sword to cut with. Wow, that was a pretty, very bad steep angle, but still.
Look at that. S for Scott Doichi. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, suck it.
I'm gonna Yama this up, so because there's so much space, I'm gonna go cut from around right there.
Didn't even get
Oh,
through.
Oh no, I didn't make it.
hold on.
I didn't make it all the way
Holy
through.
crap, though. Look at that.
I know. Wow. I didn't make it. I wasn't close enough.
You didn't even put anything in there.
Yeah. Ah, never mind. This.
Actually,
I
I'll
like
try,
the steak,
I'll try
right?
something.
How you like your steak?
I got it. I'm coming behind the camera before you do anything.
What's it called when they cut the meat off the thing?
Whoa!
Is that the waffle? Damn. That's the last mat mark. Mat
Yeah,
was there.
yeah. Don't mess with our last mat. These things are expensive, by the way.
They're like $8 a mat.
Yeah, $8 or $9 a mat. Whoa! That just hung there. That's
Here,
always
here,
fun.
I'll give you the.
That's the loose piece from earlier. We need to wait for it. We can flip it over after.
The one I just kind of came unraveled.
We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. That was a nice cut. Okay.
Christian, this is the loose. This is the loose one. So loose ones are a little harder to cut. Oh yeah.
Oh, sick.
Okay, maybe they're not so hard to cut.
With the right sword.
With the right sword, they're not hard to cut.
I know. Beautiful.
I think we have a new favorite cutter.
We have a store sword we're never gonna get sell.
Well, we have like 3 or 4 more of these.
No, we have 2 more of these.
We have
No,
more.
because I'm not selling 2 of them.
Oh, okay, one for each of us, right? Whoa! Very nice.
Cut, man.
Nicely done.
Wow. Dang. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we got all our scraps as we're
we're
going. I don't
toast.
think that's all our cutting for the day, but we're happy to take you around the shop and show you some stuff. If you want to see what we got, we do have a lot of guests
Discord
here.
Community, thanks for joining us. hanging out. We're just having fun on a Saturday afternoon.
And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. It's been a while since we've just had fun, right?
Great class, Scott says Jimmy. Oh, right on. Thanks, Jimmy. Enjoyed it.
But we are going to go and do a tour of the shop. If you guys have any questions,
Only purely decorative swords.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just put them in the dojo chat. Dojo chat, happy to answer. I see Andre.
so yeah.
Questions, we're happy to
Let us know if there's any sword you see here that you want to take a closer look at. We just got a lot of these swords over here. Phoenix Arms, we have organized it so there are all the ray skins. It is showing a little bright. That green there, especially on TikTok, is showing really, really bright, but it is actually a dark green ray skin with a turtle wrap here. So
John, how much is the buffalo side?
$275.
Okay, that makes more sense.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was 200.
No.
Because it's T10.
Yeah, pick up our tea towel. Did you oil it down? Was it oil it down? Did you oil it down, Mark? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can just help people out here.
I wiped all the gunk off with alcohol.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can you what's up?
Let's see. Are you going to the Blade Show in the spring? We are not. Sorry, we missed a lot of comments here, people. Sorry about that. I don't know why I wasn't scrolling. Yeah. Thank you, Jill, for joining us.
Anybody want to buy a Fitzgerald compound bow?
Huge amount of swords here. Always happy to answer questions. I want to see Qi Jia Dao double-handed if.
I have a long sword.
Qi Jia Dao. I am not even sure what a Qi Jia Dao is. I am sorry. Phoenix Arms Blue Dragon Katana. Phoenix Arms Blue Dragon Katana. Is it this one here? I'm not sure if this is the one we were talking about.
What? Yeah, we're live.
With the carved salt side. Is this your first time coming in?
Yeah, I saw this on YouTube, and I was like, okay, cool.
Well, we're on YouTube again, so come say hello and you're on YouTube.
So much, you know.
Yeah, I was like looking through it, and I saw it, and I'm like, man,
There's no way.
And yet here we are.
Scott, how are you? What's your name? Sam. Hey, Sam. Nice to
That was the one, Frost. Awesome. Show some curvy katana. Our curvy ones are over here. Scott, can you pull that one, the Arching Dragons on this side, the one with the speckled saya? Yeah. This is our last super curvy one. We also have some, we do get Afro Samurai swords.
Every day we pull the racks out.
This is our most deeply curved Durf one here. Qi Jia Dao. I am not sure what a Qi Jia Dao is.
This thing is no joke.
I am sorry. Which one is the bigger one? Fran, which one is the bigger which one? I'm not sure which one you're referring to. You can always join us on Discord if you're on Discord. It's discord.gg.rva. How much? What do they cost? We start at $70 and go up into the thousands. But this is our $70 sword right here. This is the gold plum. We have cut with this. We have cut some pretty cool swords with it. Qi Jia Dao. I meant to say, if you could, someone could write Qi Jia Dao in Chinese characters, so I can see what that is. I probably might understand a little better. Anything that anyone wants to see? It's 4 a.m. in your country. Wow, that's early. It's 3 p.m. here in Richmond, Virginia. Anything that people over here want to see? What do they? I already answered what they cost. Let's see. Qi Jia Dao. So like I think I know what you're talking about. It's similar to the Miao Dao. Is that correct? 跟 Miao Dao 差不多了吧? If that's, I could be wrong about that. A Qi Jia Dao is a type of Chinese saber. I'm sorry I wasn't clear before. Greetings from North Korea. Greetings. Is there any curvy tanto or wakizashi? Usually you do not see a deep curve in a tanto or a wakizashi because they're just not long enough for that to happen. But we just got these in the other day.
So all these have that. These are all Daisho
Right over here.
sets, right?
Oh, sets.
Mark, can you pass me the new green tanto?
Yes. You ready for this?
So here, you see it has this cool triangle head. This one isn't like super curved, but it has this really cool deep head here. It's based on a Naginata blade or a Nagamaki blade, one or the other.
Basically that pole arm you were looking at earlier.
So that's probably the closest thing we have to something super curved.
Oh, yeah.
North Korea, best Korea. Where is this? This is an RVA katana in Richmond, Virginia.
It's wide, but it's thin. So when you cut something, it has very little drag.
So we have a sword shop. Hey, Lauren.
It's great for soft targets.
Anything people want to see while we're here? We have lots of swords. anime swords, anime and pop culture sword. We actually checked this out. I'm almost embarrassed to say we have Last Samurai sword now,
Oh yeah, the Aldrin sword.
and the Nathan Algren sword. But it's actually kind of cool. It has a really pretty hamon to it.
He says he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed to say.
I'm embarrassed, but people had asked for it, and we asked for it enough. But check out the hamon on this guy. It has a really pretty hamon. Hey, Gwydion, long time no see. From Malaysia. Okay, cool. Thanks for joining. You just wondering about that Sekiro T10 Undead Slayer. The Sekiro T10 Undead Slayer. I don't know if we have one at T10. Most of our undeads, most of our Sekiro stuff is 65 MN. Sakai clan from Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, we do have that. Oh wow, we have a whole army coming in right now. So right there.
Y'all know each other, huh? That's awesome.
So there's a Sakai clan sword right over there. Since you mentioned Korea, what is the difference between Japanese katana and Korean sword? Korean swords, we don't know a whole lot about them, but what we do know is that they are influenced very heavily by both Chinese and Japanese swords.
Just we ask you to do is always hold on to the handle, point the sheet forward.
Any Demon Slayer swords? Yes, behind Mark here. You'll see a lot of Demon Slayer swords there behind Mark. Can I see swords? You have one here. With anything with Moko style Tsuba, Hamon, and Boho. Yes, we have several Moko style Tsuba. Here is one right there with a Moko style. Where else? We definitely have several Moko style. Here's another Moko style right there. These all have Bohi and Hamon. Actually, I don't remember if they have Bohi or not. There are a lot of Cloud Hammers over here with Moko style. Actually, those are Tachi style, but Moko style Hamon. Can you show Michonne's katana? Yes, we can show that. We have an army coming in, so we're going to just put this over here, and you can watch us in action, but we won't be able to answer questions because we have an army and a half going on here.
I've seen you in a hot minute.
That is a Nagamaki. That's all you need. It's a Nagamaki. It's a love child.
You know, as always, feel free to look. Just don't touch it with your fingers.
Yeah, so this is more CIT, more of a smooth ring. This is more stuff over there. The only reason we have is that size, so we're
I did defense FA for a long time because we didn't have a lot of secrets.
This is carbon fiber.
It's still alive.
On my college team.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I went to Mary Washington.
I didn't fucking know.
I'm like,
All good.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Belgian
I'm not back.
foil thing.
Yeah, we get busy in this place, huh?
Stop shoot it for John. Everybody on board is like an old Yeah, so these are all Nodachi. These are Miao Dao, basically the Chinese scale. These are also small 480. And so when the missionaries were traveling through Japan, they were Dan Dao. And so some started adopting this because they weren't allowed to practice. Hey, John, Dan Dao? What? Dan Dao? Dan Dao or Han Dao? Dan, D-A-N. Dan Dao single? I don't know. Single, like Dan Dao, Dan, yeah, Dan is single. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Like a single-handed?
I think so.
Like we have a lot of single-handed sword. That's what we're referring to. Yeah.
So this is a Korean blade. Somebody asked about a Korean blade, and you can see we got two more. We got black and red. You can see it's thicker. It's
Yeah, it's a
beefier.
wide blade, but very thin, so very little drag, but it still has enough mass.
You want to hold it just to show it?
Yeah. Yeah, so what you've got is this, what you're doing here is it's very thin in profile, but very wide. So what this does is it allows you to have enough weight in the sword to get through the mat, but with very little drag.
Amazing mat cutter.
Oh yeah.
You see, these Koreans are just destroying mats and dried rice straw. That's why those things are wicked.
Oh yeah.
Plus, they're awesomely skilled, but still, it's
These are optimized for soft targets.
yeah. And it's so light. You really if you have speeds on your side, you really throw that thing around.
Yeah, you pick this up and you're like, oh man, this thing moves. Yeah.
We do some custom orders, so shoot us an email, rva.katana@gmail.com. Let us know what you're looking for.
The thing about custom orders is they take a lot of extra time and they are more expensive.
Yeah, a lot of the forges, they've, it's difficult for them to do unless you're doing like 20 of one. It's you're just going to wait 6 months to longer for anything custom. But it depends. It depends. If you just want custom colors, like the wrap or something, that's something you can do. Blade profile is really difficult. So if you want a specific style of blade, certain length that's non-standard, it can get a little costly. So let us know. Shoot us an email. Let us know what you're looking for. rva.katana@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do for you. Or just shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram. Let us know what you're looking for.
Hey, Mark, you have a phone?
You believe they conceal carry? Indeed we do. So we are not just sword people. We think a warrior of one weapon ain't much of a warrior at all now, is it? So we're not ammo sexuals. We love all weapons. Right? If you can shoot with it, throw it, grapple with it, slice with it, it's a weapon, right?
Yes, sir.
Hell, I'll use a Slurpee as a weapon.
Anything can become a weapon.
That's right, that's right. That's the beauty of the Okinawans, you know. Nunchaku aren't a weapon. I think if you think nunchaku are a weapon, I'm allowed to say twin 9-inch skillets are weapons. But farming tools. They're able to use, they weren't allowed to have swords. They were being overwhelmed by the samurai. So being able to use handles to grinding wheels or rice flails and kick ass with them is freaking brilliant. But you're not going to outfit a whole army with bow doors, you know.
If you look at the Kusarigama, it's a
Farming tool, yeah, but in the hands of somebody who's trained, it's pretty amazing. So I think it's pretty amazing what the Okinawans are able to do with just normal shit, you know. Filipinos are you kidding me? Filipinos are like on another level, except for their food. I draw the line at balut.
Oh, yeah.
Are you Filipino?
I am.
So you know what balut is?
Yes.
Holy gross. Do you eat it?
I haven't yet, but it is a delicacy. So
Yeah, I get it. My face is my weapon. That's what Steve says. That's funny.
We just cut with it.
What's our favorite sword? Oh yeah, of course.
It just was flying.
So those just came in. So we lowered the price to $375. They were $400. There's only one company left making really nice odachi. They're made from 65 or 9260 spring steel. So they'll bend 90 degrees and not set the bend, which is kind of what you want, something of that length. But the point of balance is only 5 inches out, and the handle is 15 inches. So it's a more proper length for a practitioner.
yes.
Some of these companies produce really nice handles with a chunk of steel on it with no consideration for the practitioner, no sense of balance. So we looked long and hard to find a good company that could reliably deliver the same product over and over. And we've all cut with them and we love them. So
It's a good fuller.
yeah, I mean, they did a really good job. And the ones on the bottom are 1095 carbon steel. So they make a carbon steel version as well.
It makes it extra light. It's carbon steel.
Now that one's lighter. That one's from Phoenix Arms. That one's made from 65 MN spring steel. So it's still springy. Not quite as much as 9260, but again, it's $300.
It's light.
It's a little shorter too, but so a lot of our customers just said, "Listen, I want a nodachi that's borderline okatana length, but I want it for a practitioner, tight handles, small knots, good transitions." So John really went out of his way to find them. Yeah, that one right there is 1095 carbon steel.
It's a beautiful hamon line as well.
Yeah, they did a really good job with those. Now, obviously, it's 1095, so if your Hasuji or cutting angles aren't that good, you do run the risk of bending, chipping, or breaking it. But in the hands of someone skilled, it's a really awesome weapon. Yeah.
The habaki is very good too.
Greetings from the Philippines, somebody says. Awesome. Hey, Mac, we got somebody right in front of you that's Filipino. We have a shop full of Filipinos right now. We love everybody. If you love swords, you're our friend. And we love how all cultures have swords. We say all swords matter because all cultures matter. All cultures have swords. Yeah, not just Asian and European, but African, Americas. There's swords, so we love it all. Hey guys, hey Scooby, how you doing, buddy? This is Scott behind. It's Scott. How you doing? We're a little packed today.
It is popping in here, man.
Yes. We've taken up only about 50% of the way.
Yeah, I'm making a shirt that says Virginia's for sword lovers. It's happening.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's happening.
Oh, we had class. Yeah, we had class at 9 a.m. An online class. You can take a blue. If you really want to see, you can go, if you want to feel the weight, you can go up behind the shorts. The tea is still warm. That's a sign of service.
Hey Scooby, how you doing, pal?
Sorry, it's called small sword. It's kind of the predecessor to the regular. Is that a small sword? Or is it the small? That's a side sword. Side sword. Yeah, I said small sword. I meant side sword. Yeah.
You know, Duck, everything we have is full tang. We don't really, this is a hobby for us. My wife and I have a Japanese translation interpretation company. John has an acupuncture clinic in the West End here in Richmond. So he owns the building. We started this in 2020. This is fun for us. It's like a hobby. So our baseline was everything has to be sharp with the full tang, no rat tail tang, anything like that. Even our anime swords have a full tang. Even our stuff starts at $70. We say you should be able to, if it's underwater and you have to cut with it, you should be able to. So everything we have has a full tang and is sharp or can be sharpened, except for, the bamboo swords and the iaito, some display stuff. So that's a big thing for us. This is why we don't have a lot more swords than we do, because we're trying to source stuff from around the world that is functional. It doesn't come on a wood plaque that's made from stainless steel. Even Lord of the Rings stuff, we want functional stuff. So when you don't do this for a living, you can take your time and find the good stuff, which is why our prices are so good. So that's kind of where we're at with that. You want to see how the batosai would cut? It looked awesome. Yeah, we cut with the batosai. It was fun.
It's gonna wave it around a little bit.
Sure, buddy. Just be careful. It's a little,
Yes, of course.
little slick.
I can hold the shoe for you.
Oh, that's just a
You're in Baltimore. Have to come down. Oh, hell yeah, Duck. So we're not here on Mondays, but I'm here every day, 11 o'clock. And then we're here on the weekends, of course. So Sundays we're 1 to 4. Saturdays, 10:30 to 4. So come down anytime. And bring some money with you. Pardon me if I, you know who that one is, right? Trafalgar Law?
Yeah.
From, what, you like One Piece?
One Piece?
Yeah. So we're in Richmond. So this is where we are. So if you're familiar with Richmond, this is Carey Street. This is the front of our shop. Got some standees there. Here we go. We're Richmond's best sword shop by default. Making the world better one sword at a time. So this is us. So there's our hours there. If you want to take a screenshot, just let you know what our hours are. And you come on in, and it's like swords. Got a tachi rack here, lots of tachi. We have some Nihon To, some antique stuff we're constantly bringing back from Japan. John and I both lived in Japan for quite a while, so both of our wives are Japanese, so we're kind of there a lot. We speak the language, so it's kind of fun being able to talk to forges. This is all Tanto in here. We've got some swords from Nepal, and some racks. I keep saying Nepal, but they're not Nepal.
They're Tibetan.
It's Tibetan. Yeah.
Tibetan Nepal.
It's Tibetan. Yeah, it's Tibetan. Yeah. By any chance you guys have Rukia's sword? Hell yeah, we do. It's right there. That white one. See it right there? It's right there. It's got the little bell on it and everything. 150 on the anime swords. We're a little packed right now, so I don't want to walk around with this, but I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has any. Never used to kill people. That's correct. We don't talk about that. We don't want to kill people. By any chance you guys ever get any straight, like what they call ninja? Yeah, that's ninja sword's kind of it's only an American thing, right? Chokoto is what they're called. John, can you turn this rack around? So I'll show you what we have straight right here in front of you. These are called Chokoto. Yeah. So you want to show, like, this is Zatoichi's sword from the famous Zatoichi series. So this is it's called a Shikomi Zue. Shikomi Zue is sort of like a stick sword, or Chokoto. Chokoto is the term for like a straight blade. All swords in Japan were chokoto until they discovered that a curved blade was a better slicing weapon.
For the kind of warfare at the time.
Yeah.
They were mostly mounted warfare. And so with mounted warfare, you were less concerned about stabbing, more with slicing. And so a curved blade would slice through, you use the momentum of the horse.
Yeah, we got some more behind him there. They're just fun. We love all swords. We have some American movie ninja swords here, which is kind of straight swords, but ninja typically didn't use straight swords. And I know that makes a lot of people butthurt that don't know what they're talking about, but that's the truth. If you had a sword that could determine what you were, you'd probably lose your life. So ninja typically take a katana and cut it down, and in the space of the saya, put blinding powder or something. So they could draw it in smaller places, but we still are fans of ninja movies and stuff, so we love it all. So these are really functional, nice, straight ninja
Imagine
swords.
if, yes, assassins use straight swords. Anyone carrying a straight sword?
Oh, he's an assassin. How can you tell? Look at the sword. Get him.
Get him! It's black with a black blade.
And a lot of people say, oh, actually, the ninja stabbed more. And they developed this whole fantasy cringe concept of how the ninja fought. But ninja would probably die against the samurai. They would not do very well in a straight one-on-one sword fight.
Which didn't fight fair.
No, right? And they didn't really engage. It was about getting your information and getting out of there. They were taught not to really engage and fight, but to use deception to gather the information and escape, or kill the one guy and get out of there. What's your favorite sword in the shop? Oh my God, we have so much. I don't know. It changes all the time. We always get different stuff in. honestly, my favorite sword is what gets you into swords. If you don't have one, once you have one, you're one of us, right? So, and some of the stuff that's my favorite isn't necessarily the most expensive. It's just really good value. We all cut with the Hitokiri Batosai today, and I gotta tell you, take care. Nice meeting you. Yeah. Take care, Pally. Yeah. Come on back, buddy. Yes, with the Hitokiri Batosai is one of my favorite swords. Hey, Mark. Would you say the Hitokiri Batosai is one of your favorite swords right now in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd say that too. $275 sword, but at the end of the day, if you put your pride in your back pocket and just enjoy cutting with it, it was just fun.
Oh, I get it now. It's slick.
Looks like, yeah. Do you guys ever seen Bleach? We have Ichigo's Bankai? Yeah, we do. In fact, we have several versions of the Bankai. In fact, we just got the Tensa Zangetsu, and I'll show you. Let me look around here. So these are Bleach.
Yeah, secure.
No, he's going to show Bleach. Mark, can you grab the Tensa on the bottom? So this just came back in yesterday. This is the Tensa Zangetsu. Check out the blade, though. That is freaking wild. Do you see that? Yeah. Yeah. And we have, of course, we have the other one that's the more standard, and we have Rukia's and Renji and Ging. That's Ging, right? What's the pink one? Well, that's the one.
This is Yachiru.
Yachiru with the wheels. Yeah. And how about the one above that?
Hyorimaru.
Hyorimaru. Cool.
Toshiro.
And the green one. See the green one under Ging?
Under Ging.
Yeah, that one I couldn't figure out who that one is. Who?
I think this one is Izuru.
Izuru? This is so many. You want them all? You love Bleach? Yeah, apparently the reboot is really good. I haven't had a chance to watch it, the new reboot.
Fantastic.
It's really good? Yeah, I really enjoyed the Rurouni Kenshin reboot. That style was really good. I think they did a good job. Shinji's sword we do not have. Y'all come to Orlando, Florida Sword Show in June? I think so, Scooby. I think John and I are going to come down there for that. So prepare to see our mugs who invade your town. What swords would you use to create your own dai show? Good question. I'm sorry I'm interviewing you guys on this side. I'm ignoring you guys. Russian from Russia. Привет! Здравствуйте, как дела? You need a license to use to own a sword in Japan. Indeed, you do. I lived there for 25 years. John's lived there for a long time. You definitely need a license in Japan, which most people who train sword arts use zinc aluminum because you don't have to have a license for it. So it's really difficult. Remember, in Japan, they're not allowed to import swords around the world like we can do here. So the detriment is a lot of practitioners are training with something that's very light. So there's a variation between what they cut with and what they train with, but that's the sacrifice you make. What sword you make? What sword you use to create your own dai shows? So we do have wakizashi and katana, but in here we actually got some new sets. So you can see here we've got, this is a 3-sword set, though they wouldn't wear 3. Some people would prefer a tanto over a wakizashi, right? And so we have some other sets here. Go to our website, just type in daisho or 2-sword, and you'll see a variety of what we have already. And we have lots of wakizashi, so basically it's find what you like. You ever seen before you can when you get in general? You ever seen before you can when I get in general in Japan? I know what you mean there. We should have a Florida RVA get together when y'all come down in June. Hell yeah, Steve, we're gonna do it. Let's do it. Break out the whiskey and the cigars, and you might lose a watch or some knives. So keep your eyes on them. What would you choose in a fight? So in a fight, everything we have is sharp or can be sharpened. So I guess for here you need something versatile, something tough, right? Probably like a Cloudhammer S5. I'll show you a Cloudhammer S5. That's kind of our most brutally awesome steel. So think about this. So this is a T10 steel blade. T10 tool steel, right? Everybody knows T10. T10 is pretty amazing. It's a little step up over carbon steel. 1045, 1065, 1095 carbon steel. T10, the T's for tungsten. A little better edge retention. It is pretty brittle, so if your cuts aren't good, you will bend, chip, or break it, which is why we like spring steel for beginnings. But there's a unit of measurement to determine the impact resistance, impact rating of a steel. When will the steel totally shatter? That's called joules, Joules. You probably heard of it. It's a unit of measurement, joules. Well, T10 shatters at 10 joules of impact, 10 joules, which is still pretty amazing. T10 is pretty awesome. Just to kind of put this in perspective, this is Cloudhammer's S5. This is S5. It's a through hardened steel. This shatters at 186 joules. Right, so the difference between S5 and T10, that is huge, right? So can you imagine? T10 is a pretty durable steel. A lot of us in sword arts love it. It cuts everything. It cuts bamboo and soft targets. But 186 joules is pretty amazing. So that's kind of, you know, you're saying you got to have one sword for the rest of your life or the zombie apocalypse. Cloud Hammer S5. It's not even a contest.
Yeah. But yeah, flares out.
Let me know you bring the whiskey. Oh yeah, bring some Suntory. Oh yeah.
Which is honestly.
Jim Michonne's katana. I'm intrigued. Oh yeah, we'll show you. We got it right here. John's gonna Vanna White it for us. These are made from MN or 65 MN spring steel, so they'll have some bend to it. We love these. These are really nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, isn't that cool? Leather handle, all leather side wrap scabbard. These are functional. What's the best S5 katana you have and want to buy? Go to our website, cloudhammerforge.com.
I only have those two.
Currently, the only S5s I have in stock, because they go so fast, are going to be two Hondachi. These two Hondachi here, one's blue, one's black. The big one we just cut with. So go to cloudhammerforge.com, type in S5, and you'll see what we have currently. As soon as we get them, they fly out of here. So if you want an S5, don't dilly-dally. You see one, snag it, because they go so quick. S5 Tachi, well, we have these Hondachi. We don't have any S5 Tachi left. We did, they're just sold out. Do you know when we're getting any more S5 Tachi? Do you have any on order? Not on order. They don't really move as much, the Tachi, do they? The S5s.
I don't. They make them. I don't think that people Tachi are sort of decorative. I don't think
Yeah.
people want.
I think that's a good point. Tachi are more decorative, yeah.
Like, you know, it's a definitely decoration as opposed to S5 was meant for abuse.
Yeah, the Hondachi is a good mix between Tachi, Sori, and fittings, but with a Uchikatana style
It's less
format.
gaudy compared to what Tachi.
Yeah. But I mean, you can see that right now. It still has that Tachi Sori.
Tachi sort of.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like easy mode cutting, but it's so durable. And I know people are on the fence with Shadiversity, but he actually has a video where he takes one of the swords we sent him and he tries to break it on a rock and winds up cutting up the rock. So that tells you what you got there. Wouldn't an S5 Tachi be the best weapon to have?
Yes. They're extremely.
I don't know, S5 anything. S5 anything really. It depends on the length. You know, a lot of
That's
this.
what you want to do with your sword.
Yeah, which one do it? And the skill of the user. I mean, I think even a good user can kill you with a butter knife. So John Wick, right?
But in terms of like, if you're looking to do cutting match, cutting bamboo on a regular basis, and you're not sword and you can tell it's kind of your sword, then S5 is kind of an overkill.
Yeah, that is an
It's
antique.
like, why spend $700 when you can spend half that and get an SX105V sword, which is going to have really excellent edge retention. That would be better edge retention, just not as good durability.
We do have the Sakai blades. How expensive is a real katana? I bought mine for $700, but I feel like that's cheap for one. For a real like antique Nihonto, I mean,
It's possible to get them at 700. Usually they're not in good shape.
yeah, you're usually gonna spend about $2,000 to $3,000 on a decent one. Expect to spend about $5,000. Right now, a Shinsakuto, a freshly minted one, freshly made one, it's gonna be about 13 grand bare blade, plus about $3,000 for the furniture. So close to 20 grand if you want a really like a Shinsakuto newly made sword. But there's tons of stuff you can find for $5,000 all day long, even $3,000. So you don't got to spend a ton of money. Now, if you just want something for just for to have an antique, John and I try to find stuff that's in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. A lot of people just want to own something that's original, that might have been carried, and they'll leave it in the patina that it's in. I'll cut with it, so don't leave it near me.
Thing's a monster.
I heard samurais used to cut people in half to show how sharp they were. Yeah, samurai didn't. They never dirty their hand with that. So other gaining or lower individuals would cut bodies, criminals, live and dead, to test the cutting of the sword. That's what tameshigiri is. Tameshigiri is test cutting to evaluate the performance of a sword. It is not test cutting to evaluate the performance of the individual. That's called suimonogiri. So all these people calling they do tameshigiri. No, they don't. They're full of shit. Nobody does it. It's called suimonogiri. So tameshigiri is cutting dead bodies. Nobody does that on the planet, right? So don't let some people control the narrative on words. Yeah, Tomer did. So let me show you. Actually, somebody asked about the Sakai clan blades. I'll show you here. Yeah, people who think they know what they're talking about piss off those who do, right? Like anything else. So we do have this Sakai clan blades here. This is a great set. They're 65 MN, the long and short for $250. It includes a free stand. We also have some higher end versions here. This is a T10 version of it with a leather wrap, metal Kojiri, 175, and we're out of the T10 version with we have a 275 version, a little nicer. So we have 3 versions of the Sakai Clan blades, but that $250 set is beautiful. Where they cut the corners is they didn't put the metal Kojiri on it, and instead of going leather, they went cotton. So, but the blade is really nice. It's a 65 mm blade. John's going to show you here. So this is a 65 mm
The
blade.
new metal Kojiri. It does have a bolt heat.
Yeah, the new production swords are better than old ones, better steel, lower price antique. That is so true, and a lot of people get butt hurt. But, you know, we've come a long way since the 13 and 1400s in regards to steel. And definitely, if you're thinking about just pure performance, modern day production steels will just destroy pretty much anything
Any
else.
pre-industrial.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better material.
The website for Cloudhammer is cloudhammerforge.com.
Yeah.
Nothing from Berserk yet. We're looking for it. I got a custom $300 black mortal blade. Hell yeah. Yes, it is Ghost of Tsushima. Yep.
Do you want to fold it to you?
Yes.
Which one is the cheaper and the expensive one? I've been considering the Cloudhammer S5 and the Yamato.
There's one Yamato left.
One Yamato. That's the that's $400. The S5 is going to be more. So John's going to show you the Yamato here real quick. We have one left. This is made by Cloudhammer. We have one left. Everybody who's bought them has loved them. So it's a big boy. But it's got that legendary Cloudhammer leather wrap, which is like leather jacket
It's actually different
material.
leather. It's not their typical leather.
Yeah, but
They use-
it's really soft though. It's still
Yeah, it's a really nice one, but it's not cloth leather.
any swords with the Kamamasu Oksaki. We do have quite a bit with Oksaki. Do you have any dual blade katana? Like dual blade, like Kogurasumaru? Like when you say dual blade, do you mean like 2 swords or 2 blades on one? It's like a Kogurasumaru. Oh, John's going to show you something. We have this. Yeah, let's talk 2 blades. Here you go. There you go. It's from Rurouni Kenshin. So you have one Kodachi here, which is awesome. And then you have one in the bottom. That's pretty awesome. So we have these. They're on our website. Come on in. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you have any dual blades? That's what we have. 2 on 1. Nah, you don't have anything like that. There might be some fantasy shit or some anime stuff, which we're kind of into that too. Whatever you like, whatever gets you into it. But realistically, that's just nothing. That's nothing that really exists. Unless it's a Kogurasumaru.
We have a couple right where you were sitting. Oh, here it is. We don't have many left. We have this one's no, that's not one. This one's the Yato one because actually this is the Yato cup. These are made of stainless steel, so you don't worry about thinning matter. Really, any sword we can dull down the edge here. Big sticker right there.
Yeah, that's on this too, or just
Lots of katana. Oh, the name is Hachikaze. Okay.
Thanks for showing the Yamato. Some Elden Ring stuff. We love it all though. We're into video games and anime just like you guys, and whatever. We're sick of people getting bullied. Oh, you go anime swords, whatever gets you into swords, right? We were all there once. And you know what? If that makes you happy, we're about that. We're just gonna get the people the sword they want. We try to have a little bit of everything. So we get, a lot of the snobby people like, well, you have anime swords. I'm not gonna take it seriously. Like, eat a dick. Nobody cares what you think. We want everybody to be happy. Try to have a little bit of everything. We do sell to other countries, but you got to know your import laws. So, like we used to be able to sell to the UK. We don't anymore. We don't sell to Italy anymore. We can sell to everywhere in Australia except for one province. So it's getting harder and harder. So know your import laws because they have been confiscating them. We hate for you to buy it and lose your money and not get your sword. So but we do ship around the world. That being said, we do ship wherever we can. Ghost Runner games are awesome. You kidding me? Some awesome stuff. The other man's got lots of knowledge. I don't know, man. I'm still learning. I'm almost 54 years old, and I'm still learning. But the thing is, we've learned so much from you guys, from our customers. We don't think we know it all. We're, so many of you guys you're blacksmiths. You're into swords. You've been collecting longer than us. You train sword art. So we really learn and listen to everybody, and we've learned a lot from people. So we try to be humble about it. We can't stand people that think they know it all. We're kind of sick of that shit. But there's a lot of that. But that being said, we do speak Japanese, and John and I have lived in Japan, so we do have a lot of people that think they know what to talk about and don't. We usually call their asses out on it. So I think Americans always going to learn the hard way, right? Costa Rica, we can ship to Costa Rica. Yes, we can.
We're lazy.
Wow, you live in Costa Rica? What an awesome place to live.
Right here is fine. Yeah, you got out of the open. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I just back a little because that's a sharp sword. So that's a cloud hammer. The one over here. Right
I really started learning Japanese because of Sekiro and other Japanese culture. You know what? Whatever gets you into it, I'm real supportive of that. That's cool. Video games and anime, that gets you learning another culture. Listen, what do they say? I'm just gonna park here.
Scott,
Hi.
can you feel your SKS?
Hi. Yo. So, you know, there are, what do they call, what do they say, what do you call someone who speaks 3 languages trilingual? What do you call someone who speaks 2 languages bilingual? What do you call someone who speaks 1 language? American. There you go. It's pretty harsh, right? I know, right? See, she laughed. It's true, right? You have these people that can't spell lose without putting 2 O's in. They're making fun of somebody who's into anime, learning another language. Like, eat a dick. So we love that, you know. We love that, you know, you're learning another language, another culture. We really can't learn enough about each other. And, it's a world market, truly. So whatever gets you into it, we're supportive of that. Just don't want anybody being a negative jerk, right? Can you ship to South Africa? Yes, we can. John, can we ship to South Africa? Yes, we can. Yeah, we can ship to South Africa. We can ship to South Africa. It's probably gonna be expensive as shit though, so just heads up to you. But so buy a few swords and get your buddies to go in to split that shipping. That's what a lot of people have done that are in a little far place. We're in Richmond, Virginia. Keeping your channel, and I recommend it, being quite the Japanese history nut. Your videos have really been interesting to watch. We're big Japanese history nuts too. I mean, we just love history from all over the place. And we say to appreciate where we are, we have to study how we got here, right? And there's a lot of misinformation. Everybody thinks the samurai are awesome, but by an American perspective, the samurai were the bad guys. They were military occupiers. They were dictators that ruled the country for 1,000 years with an iron fist. 10% of the population ruled the other 90. So from an American perspective, the samurai were most definitely the bad guys. But don't tell that to butthurt people that think the last samurai is the best thing in cinematic history. So, I mean, everybody thinks they know what they're talking about, and we love seeing them get butthurt when they learn they were wrong. So gather information, learn, right? Change your perspective.
Are you putting much?
And I see mini swords. Yeah, we got these little awesome mini swords here.
I'm trying to think of other swords.
I'll show you. These are kind of cool. When you say mini, you mean like these little guys? Here, I'll show you.
There's that Korean one. Well, the Korean one, that was right up
So
there.
his are cool, right? This is like Shisui. It's like a keychain. Something for kids. We do a lot of conventions, so we love these. But these are the ones mini katana sell for $30. We got them for 15. So I'm not gonna spend $30 on a keychain. You kidding me? So we don't have them on the website yet, but if you tell us, let us know what you're looking for. We have a ton of them, so we're gonna be putting a bunch of them up in the next couple of weeks. So bear with us if you're looking for some of those. I'm gonna back into this corner. You'd sharpen it. I need that mini sword. You sharpen it. It's awesome. Do you have Shisui from One Piece? Yeah, we do. I'll show you Shisui.
Because that was a really cool geometry.
Yeah,
So
beautiful pattern.
Oh, you guys have something there? You know your stuff. Yeah. What's your favorite anime? Yeah. You like it all? It's hard to nail down one, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Shisui. 150. We sell this for 150 all day long. You like One Piece? How much have you watched all of it?
I'm in Dressrosa.
Holy crap, over 1,100 episodes. I don't have all day. I don't have 5 years to catch up with your ass, right? That's insane. I saw a video where they said, if you go in the future 10 years and you had 1 minute to type something into Google, what would you type? And some people said lottery numbers, football scores. One guy says, oh, I just typed in one episode of One Piece we're up to. Samurai Troopers is awesome. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Japan is the best culture, bro. I hope to visit it. Oh, yes, you should. It's a culture of manners, I think. That's having lived there for a long time with my wife being Japanese, there are things about the Japanese that we have a hard time squaring up with too. So, but go anywhere, do all the things, visit all the cultures, bring that back and help our culture improve. But you'll love it. I'm gonna go to Fukuoka because that's where my dad served his mission. Oh, wow. Fukuoka is awesome. We have a friend in Fukuoka. What's it like running a Japanese translation business? It can be challenging. COVID really hurt us. So
AI is screwing.
AI is really hurting. A lot of the machine translation is really hard in Japanese because you have to translate context. It's very, very difficult. So my wife and I do a lot of interpretation as well. So translations for something written. So if somebody's talking and you're standing there talking in another language, that's not translation, that's interpretation. So even Americans, we use our own terms incorrectly. So we do translation, transliteration, and we do interpretation. So she does like a lot of medical and high-tech computer interpretation. Like a lot of Japanese nationals will come to the United States and come to like Anheuser-Busch, which has their big factory here, 45 minutes away from Richmond. A lot of Japanese companies here in Richmond will send their employees to the doctor for mandatory physical. My wife will interpret for that. So, but it's really dropped off. But now that Japan's opening back up, they opened last May. They opened back up. So we're starting to see the work come in. But it's hard, man. And the thing is, if you want to get into interpretation and translation, specialize in a vertical. Do medical or technology because there's a lot of demand for that. But I wish you well no matter where you go.
We just
Depends like a half-hour plane for me, so I definitely like to visit. Oh, half hour. Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Let him cut it with his knife.
So back in the 80s, when I started going in 87, we used to be able to go to Japan and have a tourist visa for 90 days, and you could leave the country for 48 hours. We'd go to Seoul, Korea, South Korea, and party. And after 48 hours, you can re-enter the country and have another 90 days tourist visa reset. We did that for years. They closed that loophole. You can't do that anymore. That was fun. So I am really Samurai Champloo. You have Jin and Mugen Sword. We're at a Mugen Sword. We did have it. Oh, someone getting a black Enma? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't have any more Samurai Champloo, but John's trying to find some decent ones. We had like a display sword that was like $70. That was Mugen's Okinawan sword, but we're still looking. The thing is, it's getting harder and harder to find like functional stuff. Do we have a chance to Kusabimaru? Yeah, we do, right here. Kusabimaru, we love Sekiro. Sekiro kicked my ass. You play Sekiro? That game is hard as shit.
Well, scheduling is hard.
It look good.
Yeah. All right, and the square is all ready for you.
Kusabimaru. This one, right? It's Kusabimaru right here. I love that Tsuba. Isn't that cool? That Moko
Did you want the styrofoam?
This Tsuba, I'll give you a little history lesson. So this Tsuba style, see this shape? It's called a Moko gata. Moko is a quince. It's a type of fruit. And one of the reasons this is the most popular Tsuba style in Japan is when you go to draw the sword, you place your thumb on the inside, not on top, because you cut your thumb in half, right? So you place your thumb there. Because there's a divot right there, you can look at somebody and keep your eye on them, place your thumb right there in that notch, and you're ready to draw. So that style, Mokogata, is very, very popular. You see it quite often because of that shape, that little divot. So it's cool. We do have this one from Sekiro as well.
This is W2 pieces for you.
Oh,
Based
man.
on Usagi Tenshin.
I think you're it's because of the it's because of the humidity.
And if not, it'll be a
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in.
it was both.
Oh,
We got this one. I love that Tsuba. Isn't that Tsuba cool?
Yeah, he got it. This one is
Hey, Mark, see if you can pull this out, will you?
Yeah, we have a lot
I
of
cannot draw that thing. Be careful though. It's stuck. Yeah, this hardwood.
quality, right?
This thing is awesome. Sekiro as well. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Most of what we do is all and so I actually
We also have a green Kusabimaru.
At the end of the day, they go, we flip them the sword.
We have a green one as well. The black. Well, you got it. Thanks, man. That thing was in there, wasn't it? Yeah. Pretty cool. So go to our website. Just type in Sekiro on our website, rbakatana.com. So thanks, buddy. So this is the other one I wanted to show you. This has a really awesome red blade. You guys can see that. Isn't that cool?
Can I see the Dragon King Kawana Kajima?
Kawanakajima. We don't have the Kawanakajima. We don't have that one. We're sold out of that one too. I want that one. It's awesome. We do have a whole wall of Dragon King. We have the Taikyu and the we got some other higher end stuff coming in. Some of the higher end stuff. Thanks, buddy. We do have the Lotus Seed. So I'll tell you, it's top to bottom. So we have so we have the 4 themed ones. We have the Spring Sakura, the Lotus Seed, the Autumn Leaf, which is probably our #1 selling Dragon King. We've got the Winter Sun, the Lotus Seed Daisho. We have the Fletching, the Savior, Pine Crane, Ogami Ito, Lone Wolf and Cub. We have the Hana, and we have the Kohaku. Yeah, we got those in stock. So our price is $375. You can't beat it. It's really, really good. So we love Dragon King. Dragon King's famous for their fitment, right? You can't move these diamonds. The transitions are really smooth. They put shitadome in their kashira. It's really cool that they do that. And the knots are really small. So They're really, we love them for, it's a good value for practitioners. They really improve the product. They listen to us and improve. So it's kind of cool. We want to support companies that kind of listen to us. Over the cashews are buffalo. Is that true? Buffalo horn. So, so you're gonna see like, hello. So typically, what I'll show you here. Let's see. What can I show you?
With modern day industrial steel, you don't need it.
So a lot of practitioners, they use their swords quite often, and you run the risk of really. It's made of wood. It's 2 halves of wood, right? So this buffalo horn reinforcement here. Usually on the knob, the kurikata, and on the kojiri, you'll see some horn reinforcement. You'll see buffalo horn or ox horn, a standard substrate for just reinforcing these elements so you're not splitting some. And when they do split, you see them wrapped in rattan. But that's so Dragon King puts them on most every one of their swords. And you pay for that. It's a pricing grade. But if you're using your swords, it's definitely something that you would want. Scott, which katana were you wanting? Which one? I want them all. Which one do I want? For what? Dragon King?
All of them.
Yeah, the Sea Wave is really nice. I think I'm getting a Sea Wave. I have about a dozen Dragon Kings. We don't have S5 Michonne, but they're coming. We do have S5 Michonnes coming.
S5, but I don't know when.
Yeah, we don't know that. We know they're making them for us.
They had to make the tsuba because all the Michonne tsubas are all alloy, and Cloudhammer won't use alloy in their swords. So we had to do a steel cast. So we're pretty good of an investment to make actual.
On the website, Dragon King Spring Sakura says sold out. Are we sold out? I think we are.
We're not sold out. We can definitely get more. Do you use your phone there? Add them up.
Let me add it up.
We would have to get it from Cal Siberia, but we do have them.
I'm going to fix that right now for you, buddy. So I'm going to fix that here. So give me a sec.
That should be like that one should be like continue selling when out of stock.
Yeah, let me search for that. Give me 1 second, everybody. I know you're being patient with me. I've been very busy today. I want to answer all your questions.
Spring steel. So you want CRP4 is a German.
All right, I'm going to fix this Spring Sakura.
It's pretty tough. It's actually T10 case. You're familiar with T10 steel? It's so T10 is about 12 joules of break, but this will take.
Okay, so
8 times stronger. Meanwhile, the S5 one was 186 joules, so 15 times stronger than T10.
the Spring Sakura is back in stock on our website, everybody. Thanks for that. Again, we do this for a hobby, so we're not a properly run business, so John and I always forget, so we're sorry. Much prefer black in real life. Thought you want to know about it. I appreciate that, Jill.
Got a dusty boy.
Michonne S5. We don't know what the price is going to be on that. We don't have it. Probably going to be like $675 or thereabouts.
S5 sword is going to be like 7 something.
7 something.
725.
725
is like S5 with basic. That's basic S5.
Can I see? We do have a naginata. We do have a naginata from. We only got 2 of them from Legacy Blades. I'll show you. It's got a metal shaft on it. Can you see that, Mark?
Let's see. Yeah, that's on the left phone. So yeah, there we go. Okay, can we see the Gold Dragon T10?
Dragon T10.
Gold Dragon T10.
Gold Dragon T10.
Hey, John.
What's your RH kid? You'll know.
John, where's the Gold Dragon T10?
Gold Dragon T10's over here. It's the
Oh, that one.
Dragon Spring.
Oh, the Gold Dragon, Mark.
Yeah.
One we see every day, but forget. It just kind of runs through, and this is the Gold Dragon. So it's a really nice blade for $150. T10 with the bow heat, and it has a proper hot ball on it. Yeah, we love it. You know, it's got a. We cut with it. We love cut with this thing. It's got a nice little dragon, but it's not a sticker. It's like hydro dipped, so it's pretty decent. We like it. Little leather wrap. $150, can't beat it.
We got people asking Knight versus Samurai who wins. The better warrior wins. It also depends like what time period you're asking about, because like
the better warrior does win, and you are right there. Everybody says, "What sword's the best?" Well, how good are you using it?
Yeah, I know,
John
right?
Rukake with the butter knife.
And it's also like a knight in the 1300s is not the same as a knight in the like 1400s. Very different sets of armor and weaponry. So like, you need a much more specific question. And I'm sure Japanese armor changes a lot over time too. What are you doing, Scott?
What kind of guy do you study?
What is the seal on the Black Dragon Tachi? Scott, we got a question. What's the seal on the Black Dragon Tachi?
What's the seal on the Black Dragon Tachi?
Yes, steel.
Okay. Black Dragon Touchy. I can't even think what the Black Dragon Touchy is. Do we actually have Touchy with Black Dragons? Oh, does it have a gold wrap? Because there's a gold wrap, we're out of stock, but we are getting them back. Yeah.
Ben Cullimore, if naganatas and bows were the main weapons of samurai, why are katanas like so famous? That is a huge. That's basically a dissertation question. Also,
So I have some interesting info for you. I'm going to show you something.
we're frozen on I think, which one is this? This is TikTok. This one over here.
It's frozen.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you do to it?
I didn't do anything. It just froze.
It just froze. All right, I'll take over with this one.
Oh yeah, fishies.
Is that frozen?
YouTube is not frozen.
Almost really nice.
So listen to this. This is fascinating. If you guys are history nerds like us, from 1467 to 1638, when we think of the samurai here in the West, we think of that Warring States period, the Sengoku Jidai Warring States period. After 1615, there were no big samurai battles wearing armor. The samurai turned into bureaucrats. What we think of the West, of the samurai, the big battles, the armor, that was prior to 1615. But here's some interesting numbers for you. From 1467 to 1638, the casualties of samurai, 38.2% died from arrows, 23.7% died from matchlock guns. Remember, in the 15th century, Japan had more guns in their country than all other countries combined. 20% died from spears, 12.4% died from rocks, 3.7% died from swords. So the sword was, you never ran into battle with just a sword. The sword was a backup to a backup. You typically have a pole arm or a gun or a bow and arrow, naginata, spear. And if you weren't good with a naginata and you weren't good with a spear, you'd be handed a nagamaki. If you weren't good with those, you'd probably be given a gun. And if you still weren't good there, you probably wouldn't fight in the battle. But those numbers are really interesting because they really paint a picture that is at odds with what people's perception of Japanese history and the samurai are. So there you go. Oh,
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Ben, he's answering because you froze out.
Yeah. Really?
yeah.
Wow.
I know, right? These three are Tamahagane.
Oh, no wonder.
I'm guessing the ones that are making that.
Those are Tamahagane as well. Yeah. But $1,650 for Tamahagane is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We do not have any kanabo or tetsubo. And also the guys that were asking the question, they were froze out, so they didn't hear your answer, Scott.
Oh man, I'm so sorry we froze up. What was the question? I'm happy to answer it. If
It was the question about, why swords are so famous, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, so I'll repeat what I said. From 1467 to 1638, so 38.2% of samurai casualties from arrows, 23.7% from matchlock guns, 20% from spears, 12.4% from rocks. I guess invading castles, they drop the rocks, or you're grabbing a rock and bashing someone's skull in.
Yeah.
And only 3.7% of samurai casualties were from swords. My teacher told me less than 5%. I think he's right. So why? I think we, all cultures glorify their warrior culture, not just the Japanese. Swords, kind of all cultures have swords. So I think swords are a defining element in all cultures. So I don't know why people think we definitely hear the weebs say samurai swords are the best swords ever. They're full of blah blah blah. They're so wrong. Japan had really really bad raw resources. What makes samurai swords so amazing is they're able to take like shit raw material and turn it into something awesome, but only after an exhaustive amount of time, energy, effort. The Chinese have been making weapons literally 1,000 years longer than the rest of the planet. Everywhere else in the world has had far better iron ore and raw steel. So what Solingen, Germany was the center for European sword making in the 15th century. Then it moved to Italy, right? Italy in the 16th century. So guns. But the rest of the planets had far better steel. So, it's interesting though. We were just talking to somebody about this. It's hard to find a European sword that's older than 300-400 years old that looks immaculate. But all day long we find Japanese swords 400 to 500, 600 years old that look beautiful. It's because the culture was different.
You run them on two.
You got to mark. Okay. The Japanese would take care of it, pass it down. It's an heirloom. It's a soul. The Europeans, it's just a tool. When they're done using it, they cast it aside. So it's a very different mindset in regards to the culture of the sword. That's kind of interesting, right? The history around it's all what's interesting.
Is the Dragon King fletching 65 MN steel? Yes, it's amazing.
Yes, I own one.
We love that sword.
Several of my students are over 6'3" have it. It is a fun sword. That thing is just like.
Is it true that the samurai is the bigger emblem on your helmet, the higher the rank you are? I don't know.
I don't know, maybe in some jurisdictions, maybe, but there's no code of Bushido. That's some made up crap. So Bushido was a term used after the samurai were done. So there was no overarching rule set. It changed from daimyo to daimyo, free lord. So maybe some jurisdictions have that rule, but that's not one that I've heard. But you might be right there. So
It's sort of like
just
that
because I haven't heard it doesn't mean that's not true.
It's sort of like that meme, right? Where it's just like, oh yeah, fight till death, blah blah blah, and then what it was really like is like my master called me a monkey, so I'm defecting to your clan.
Exactly.
Someone asked where you got that information from, Scott.
That was there's a researcher. Where did I see this?
Samurai X sword. The Batosai one is 275. The Batosai one is 275. Thank you.
How's it going, guys?
And the Rurouni Kenshin, the reverse blade is either 175 or no 200 for the 65 MN or 275 for the T10 clay tempered.
So the information, if you research, you're gonna find numbers similar to that. Somebody just posted that on Facebook. They posted a source, but I cut off the part. I'll post some info on one if you're interested in that. But if you research it, never enable critical judgment without 3 sources. That's important. Never enable critical judgment on a topic without 3 sources. So, if you're only using one source, STFU, right? So you definitely want to have at least 3 sources. But I think if you look at different sources, you're reading, you're listening to experts, you'll come to a consensus on some of this stuff.
Avoid echo chambers.
Yep.
We do that, man.
Don't shop for conclusions, shop for evidence.
Yeah, everybody's after an agenda. They want to find facts that support their agenda instead of putting their pride in their back pocket and listening to the facts first. Okay, awesome.
Sometimes I want to be a samurai in the 1400s, and I was just looking awesome. Samurai in the 1400s, that wouldn't have been bad life.
I don't want to be a servant.
Yeah.
Throughout history, the samurai would probably be considered the bad guys. I mean, essentially,
Same thing with knights.
knights, yeah.
If you were a knight, you were a gentrified noble. If you were a man at arms, you were still technically not nobility, but you still got to wear the armor, be a warrior.
I'd rather be that.
Yeah.
Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Burned Official, sorry. Have you ever seen the Baki manga of Miyamoto Musashi?
Yes. Yes, we have. Big Miyamoto Musashi fans. Do I think he was the best? No, I do not.
I have to go to war to look awesome like a samurai. I'll go to war.
Sorry about that. I didn't know what that was.
What is that?
Do you have more scimitars?
That is the only one we have. We had a Shamshir from Cloudhammer.
Okay.
And we can get it again.
So what's
Awesome.
that?
That thing is beautiful. I love it. I know, right? Did you hold it? This thing is just
Yeah. Confirmation bias has been running rampant these days. It's been running rampant for a very long time. Also, their training rooms look so comfy too. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. I know a second cylinder axe, and I was thinking about scimitar.
Yeah, we learned some interesting things. Ancient Persia. This is why this wasn't anything but a sheath. The entire with hemp rope around the camel back or waist to show other men.
Since when have shorts live been a thing? I don't think this is a short live. This is just a live. Just a live.
The way you talk to bands very different. So, but I never got my first sword when I was 16. Did you?
This is pretty good. We've been going on for an hour and a half. This will go live later. It's definitely worth watching because we were cutting with it. We were cutting, and we got some really great cuts in. We just discovered the Batosai sword from Samurai X, which turns out to be an amazing cutter.
Yeah,
True, I beat Sekiro 5 times. I think I can handle more in 1400s. Well, so here, Sekiro, I'm not sure. I was about to say Tsushima is a whole other story.
I understand that a curved blade is a better slice. So,
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Before the Japanese.
You are here. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we are live. This is the first time did you know about us? Okay. Okay, very good. Well, please, you can take them out about 50% of the way. Always keep control of the hilt. Don't let go of the hilt. They might slip out. And please don't touch the steel with your fingers. All right, as long as you know. As long as you know. We don't want anyone getting hurt. Would a Japanese blacksmith from a long line of blacksmith forge for a foreigner? Yeah, they do that. They will make forge. They will. Depends on who. Like Yoshihara Yoshindo is pretty famous, and he's making swords for foreigners all the time. Very high end. I'm doing the whole Braveheart thing and just going in a circle here.
10 years old, you could teach us history. If you said we're going to tell swords, I think we'd be like, yeah. So we love how swords tell that story. You say you studied?
Should I become an alone monk and isolate for 30 years and learn every combat technique? No. Yoshihara. Oh, it's I didn't realize that Jimmy D's is here. Yoshihara Yoshindo, not Yoshinoya. Yoshinoya is a gyudon shop. Do you guys live locally, or do you guys live in Richmond? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have classes on Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8. Then on Saturdays from 9 to 10. Scott teaches it. He's the teacher over there. How many L6s do we have? I think we have 3 different types of L6s in stock right now from Moritaka. Moritaka. L6 makes for an excellent soft cutter, very hard edge. We don't recommend it on hard targets like bamboo. Any updates on your Ken? No, I have not. No updates. Can you show the Jon Snow sword? Do you show Jon Snow's Longclaw?
Yeah.
Since you're here?
Jon Snow's long claw.
Dun 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 dun.
Look at that.
It's Damascus.
I recognize
Zoro Emma is right here. Watching these lives makes me melt. Awesome. Come visit us. How much is your black mortal blade? It's 200. Go to our website, rvakatana.com, and you will see it there. What do you recommend on hard targets? If you are not experienced, then start with a spring steel like 9060 or a Cloud Hammer 51 CRV4 if you're not an experienced cutter. The main thing, even if you are an experienced cutter, L6, the edge can be, it's very hard but also brittle. And so I've heard a lot of people chip their L6 blades. Matthew Jensen has talked a lot about this before. Which will cut through bone? Almost any will cut through bone if you have the skill.
Are you a samurai?
The one in Blind Fury is like a shikomizue, a stick sword. This is Emma, by the way. $150. And here, you're asking about Blind Fury. And Blind Fury is based on Satoichi. Let's see. HWS 2S Steel Good, like Bamboo Mat by Hanwei. I don't know enough about that to answer. We don't have Meliodas the sword. Yeah, if it's made by Hanwei, it's probably decent. What's the very top one tier here? It's probably Cloud Hammer. Doi sword, not sure what that is, sorry. Blue Dragon Katana. We have several, oh, the Blue Dragon one. Let me check that really quickly. I'm not 100% sure. It should be on our website. It's listed at $475 for the Blue Dragon.
Yeah, that's also that's fine.
It's actually not heavy. It's just not light. It's just very well balanced.
Yes.
Objectively speaking, it's actually heavier than the other ones. Hawkeyes, we do not have. Is Damascus stronger than regular katana model? No. Damascus is actually weaker because when you fold steel together, you always increase the chance of having an occlusion or an air pocket inside the steel. And so with modern day steel, you don't need to fold. You don't really need to fold it. I meant on the shelf back there. I love that Matt put the sword on his foot, not the floor just now. Matt, there's no Matt here. Oh, you're talking about Mark? Is this a guitar shop? If I said yes, would you believe me?
So it's called a nagamaki. After that,
Ichigo's Bankai, we definitely have it. Zatoichi, we just showed it actually. So without a guard, so there's Zatoichi's sword right there. Chinese Dao sword. There's a bunch right here. We just got a bunch of them back in.
So you couldn't use a spear.
No, folding steel makes it weaker.
You could get one.
In modern
Close to
steel.
a sword. Everybody at least knew a sword. So you said, I can't use a spear.
You might not need to start a side hustle until you buy it. Katana ETH, the leather wrap. With leather wrap. We have lots with leather wrap. So here's one from Cloudhammer. Here's like a Last Samurai sword. We just got this one in. It has a leather wrap. Any swords that are mostly gold or look like it. Here's actually one of our big, this is actually the sword that made us internet famous. We had a customer look at it and go crazy, and it went out, we posted online. It has about 2 million views, but check that out. This is a Chinese style Jian. We call it the Kingdom Jian because some people say it reminds them of a drama.
You live here now?
Yes.
This is food desert. See people eat pizza.
All right, so over here on TikTok, my battery is almost dead, so I'm gonna shut this down so I can get home. But thank you for joining in. And over here, do we have, so I'll see you guys later. Scott, can you take over this for a second? We have a lot on this, but I need to charge the phone.
I guess you have to be over there.
Between the gold and
I think he wants to swing it and keep an eye on.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, but I know you ain't got a dada in here. Oh, yeah, we do somewhere. We do. We have a whole wall of Chinese swords, yo. Do we have dadas in here, John? Yeah, we have.
No,
No.
not, I mean.
That's like a broad-
It could mean a few different things.
Yeah.
So we have some very large dao, but nothing quite like a Zhama dao. If they're talking about Zhama dao, we have a miao dao, which some people would call a da dao. I need to charge my phone.
No, you heard it from him. Try killing everyone with one of your swords. Come on, Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't kill people with swords. Come on, bro.
So this is a miao dao. Some people will call this a da dao, but it's a miao dao. That is a really cool. That's made of L6.
Talking like a scimitar style. Now, he says like a scimitar style dada. I doubt you have it.
Scimitar style da dao. I don't think we have it.
How much does Scott's wife charge for calligraphy? Well, I think this one boo is 200. I think these are. This one is Kendamashi Sword Soul. I think it's like 120 bucks. That one's Zanshin Samurai Shinken Live Blade. That one's 150. Go to her website, kyomisho.com. KYOMISHO. She's got a lot of stuff. She does most of the stuff she does is custom. So if you're looking for something custom, she does a lot of that. It's Kyomisho. KYOMISHO. When she says size matters. Hell yeah. Is it Elden Ring, River of Blood? No, unfortunately. No Mortamasa replicas either.
1095 folded.
Yeah.
1095 folded. Yeah. It's not Tamahage. Tamahage would cost you probably $3,000 for a sword that size. Probably more.
Probably more.
Yeah. I don't know, this is 10.
From Sekiro? You like Sekiro?
Yeah, it is folded.
Game kick my ass, man. She does Saigaki. Yes, my wife. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yes, my wife does Saigaki too. So if you have Nihonto that you need to have stuff put on the outside of the Shirosaya, she does it as well.
That one is 250.
The Legacy Blades Iaito.
So they're not a matching set. This one's black wrap. That one's black wrap. We sold out of all the black ones. Sorry.
I'm sorry, live streams can appear in short feeds now. Yeah.
That's 225.
Yeah, we're doing it, bro.
But
But yeah, Steve's bought some of my wife's work, several pieces. So I guess he'll speak for it. Hate to be that guy, but any European swords? Oh yeah, we love them all, man. We love them all. We don't think Japanese swords are the end all be all. We love swords from all cultures. We have European swords. In fact, right there we've got some long swords, gladius, corsair, Celtic sword. We have some rapiers. We have Jon Snow's sword. We have long swords, hand and a half. We've got quite a lot. I hate to be like I'm looking for Polish shashka, and I don't like the ones that cultivate. Oh, I hear you there. Yeah, we don't have. We're out of shashka. We had a Russian shashka. We don't have any Polish sabers at the moment. Usually what we're getting is from Cast Siberia. So if you're looking for like Albion level stuff, we don't really carry that level of stuff. Hello from Texas. Hey, Bike Life. You ride bikes? I do too. What do you ride? Bicycles or motorcycles? I just sold 3 Ducatis, so I'm bikeless at the moment. Plus, it's cold as shit out there. It's cold, man. It's cold. You probably ride all year round in Texas, right? I bet. All right, I got a boogie. I was supposed to have been someplace at 3 o'clock.
Oh, really?
What do you want to do?
That's right. We'll shot. We can take care of it. Can you help?
It's past 4.
Can you guys maybe both between the both of you move the dump to Tommy scraps, and then All right, people, we're gonna shut this baby down. But thank you all for joining in. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. I'm just totally focused in. Doing weird stuff. Okay, so thank you so much, and we will see you guys later.